Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. So today we are going to talk about the Sand. So where is the Sand located? The Sand is located at the Beauty World area. It's also another development that is coming up. I think you must have heard about a lot of launches already, like Penreef, Faber Residences, Sky at Holland, I think it is, as we are approaching coming to the year end, a lot of developers, they are rushing, right, to finish the year on a good note. So this is probably the last launch of the year already, the Sand. So today let's look at it and let's dive in detail. Some disclaimer that all the information that I'll be presenting here is just solely for your own reference. So today's some of the content that we will be going through is, first we will be going through on some of the brief project information, like how many units are there, what is the unit mix and all that, and then we will be going through on the location and site plan. Then the second part, we will be going through because the Sand is a 10-story development. The question is that, today I think a lot of buyers, when they go and buy a mid-rise development, they will be thinking about, okay, the price gap today, might not be so huge that it will be harder for me to take advantage in the future, right? So we'll be comparing between a mid-rise and a low-rise development. What is the main differences when it comes to pricing? So this is the second part. The third one is we will definitely look at, all the different type of layout. And how are the layout? I think something that is very interesting today is that I will be looking at what is the best layout versus the surrounding condo, so that you will know whether the layout that you are eyeing for the Sand, whether in the future in the resale market, can it actually stand out from the rest or not. So if let's say if you have any question on related to property, or you are not very sure whether what you should do with your current property, scan this QR code and drop me a message, and then we can always connect after that. So the Sand is basically a 10-story building, and it comes with a childcare center. I would say that nowadays I'm seeing more and more condos that comes with childcare center, right? This is part of the URA planning, right? When they tendered out the land, they will include the specification and the requirement for developer to have a childcare center within the development itself. So I think this is getting more and more common. And total, we have 5 blocks. If you look at the site area, I would say it's about 19,000 square meter, not too big, and also not very small also. It is sufficient to have a full condo facility. I would say the site area, if you look at the Bukit Timah area, usually they don't have luxury, to have very big land size. Like for example, if you look at Verdale, their land size is also, very similar to the Sand. Total units about 347 units. I would say is quite a good size development. So that's all for the project info. So let's talk about the developer. The developer is by Sustain Land. If you look at some of the past track record that the developer have actually done, their past project include Sky Everton, One Mayor, and also 3 Cascaden, Sturdy Residences, and Coastline Residences. So we can actually see that the developer is a very experienced developer. They actually build very quality development, in the city central area, right? So I think in terms of quality wise, not to worry. I think the developer will do a good job. Next, when it comes to location map, let me zoom in for you to see. So the Sand is located right at the tail end of Jalan Jurong Kechil Road. This road is Jalan Jurong Kechil Road. The Sand is right here. If you are familiar with that area, you will know Verdale is just next to it. Verdale is somewhere here, okay? So this is where the Sand is located. If you look at the master plan itself, if you see Verdale is right here. This is the Sand. So the main entrance, you will come in from this road, Jalan Jurong Kechil Road. And most of the units, I must say, is facing north. This side is north, this side is south. So most of the units are facing north-south facing. There won't be any afternoon sun, which is very good. If you are looking at buying a unit that have a very nice unblocked view, I would say that only units that is facing the Bukit Batok Nature Park, they will enjoy a very good unblocked view. The rest wise, for unit facing the south here, they'll be facing the future development, right? This is a residential development. So potentially next time your view, if you buy here, it will definitely be blocked. And also this side is actually facing the landed facing, and this side is also facing another reserve site. So at this moment, we are not very sure what the government plan to do. And also right now, if you go to the actual site, you will find that this road is already there, the De Souza Avenue. This road is already there. In the future, the government is going to build another road here, right, which will connect. So it will ease the traffic around this area, because in the future, you will have another development that is coming up right here and right here. Although at this point of time, we don't know what the government plan to do yet, but I guess it might be another condo lah. So let's move on. In terms of the unit mix, you can actually see that very small percentage of 1 bedroom. If let's say you are really looking at 1 bedroom in this area, not many units lah. For one bedroom, they only have about 10 units only. So later on, I will go through in details on the one bedroom units in terms of the layout and whether can buy or cannot buy. So you can see that the majority of the unit mix are the 2-bedder and the 3-bedder, right? So the 2-bedder and 3-bedder forms the majority of the unit mix already. And also, you know, in every condo, you can actually see that the 4-bedder, the unit mix is a bit on the lower side because the quantum is also higher side. It's also on the higher side as well. So you can see that, you know, in terms of unit mix, I would say it's not bad. Generally, the developer know that, you know, in this area, a lot of people, they are buying units for own stay on. So that's why you can see that the unit mix is tilted towards more for the own stay buyer. So next, if we go through the site plan, let me zoom in. So I would say that, you know, this is the Jalan Jurong Kechil Road. When you come in from here, immediately you will see the roundabout already. So this is your car, you will come in here, then you will drop off, then you will go out again. So this is the roundabout. So I would say that, you know, the entrance lobby, you know, I would say it looks like any other condo as well. When you come in, you don't really have a very, very grand feel lah. Unlike other condos like, for example, Clavon. I still remember when I go to Clavon, as you drive in, you actually have a very grand opening of the entrance lobby, right? Because there's a road that leads down to the entrance lobby, right? Also, that's why, you know, for this development, I would say is quite functional. In terms of the layout I've seen already, it's a very functional layout. But of course, you know, the entrance lobby, it will not be so grand, it will just be normal, right? And also, you can see that the level 1, you will have a childcare center. This is at the level 1 side. I can actually see that this, you know, this part here, this part is a clubhouse and swimming pool, right? So this is the 2-story clubhouse. So at level 1 is a clubhouse, you know, where you have a function room, and the swimming pool is located at the level 2, you know, and as well as the gym. So later I will actually have a picture to show you, right, how it will look like, because I think it's very hard to visualize from this site plan alone. So as you can see, let me orientate you, right? This part is the main entrance when you come in from here. Okay, so you can see the level 2, this is the gym. So you can actually see that the swimming pool is located at the level 2 and come down, right? So this part is the swimming pool. This is the 50-meter lap pool area. Okay, and the function room, the dining room, they call it, or the clubhouse, is located at level 1, right? So you can actually imagine that, you know, the developer, I think for this kind of landscaping, it is actually very beautiful, right? Where they actually created, like, you know, I think the developer really maximized the land itself, you know, so that, you know, they can actually have a swimming pool on top. If not, the developer really need to find another, you know, area to actually build the swimming pool. So you can actually see that, you know, if you go down to level 1, this is how it will look like. They will have a clubhouse here, and also the swimming pool is on top. So the next topic we are going to talk about is that what are the differences between the mid-rise and low-rise development, and how can you benefit from these differences in terms of pricing. So what do I mean? Is that if you have seen Faber Residences, I would say is a 5-story building, right? So usually for a 5-story building, level 1 to level 5, if the level 1 is at 1,009 per square foot, example. So when you got the level 5, usually the price gap won't be so big. Maybe about 2,001 per square foot. So you can see that, you know, from the level 1 to level 5, probably about $200 per square foot. And for low-rise development, usually from what I see is that developer, usually from level 1 to level 5, the price difference won't be so big. But the developer, they will usually load slightly higher premium on the better facing. So the better facing is like those, maybe if you have a facing that is unblocked and all that, developer, they will actually load a slightly higher price there. But how about for the mid-rise development? So a mid-rise development like the Sand, level 1 to level 10. Very naturally, if let's say the level 1 is 1,009, at level 10, very naturally the price difference between the 10th floor and the level 1 floor, it will be higher already. So let's say example, maybe it's about 2,300 per square foot, example, right? Why having this price gap? It is important because imagine if let's say the top floor, you know, definitely there will be some buyers who will buy it at the top floor. If they buy it at 2,300 per square foot, next time, do they need to sell higher? I think yes lah, right? They will definitely be selling higher ma. So if they sell higher, maybe if they sell at maybe $2,700 per square foot, example, and this forms the gap, right? This is the price gap. And for this price gap, if let's say for anybody who entered at 1,009 example, they can actually sell at 2,003. It's like sort of this price gap usually it will protect your exit price lah. So this is what I mean by having a price gap. It is actually quite important. But let's take a look at what will be the highest per square foot, estimated the highest per square foot for the stand. So if you look at some other some of the past new launches, like for example Parktown Residences in Tampines. Parktown Residences, you can actually see that it's a 12-story development, so it's considered mid-rise. And if you look at on the launch day, the lowest per square foot is about 2,146 to 2,585 per square foot, and the price gap itself is about 20%. So which means that for a mid-rise development, example Parktown, on that day, a level 3 unit buyer enter at about 2,100 per square foot. Buyer at the top floor actually enter at 2,500 per square foot. So the low floor to the higher floor is about 20% for a mid-rise development. How about a 5-story low-rise development like Verdale, right? So Verdale is a 5-story high building. On the launch day also in 2020, I can actually see that their lowest per square foot is about 1,607 to 1,855, and the price gap is about 15%. If I take reference for for another development within the same area as the stand, View at Kismis is also a 5-story high building. On the launch day, their lowest is about 1,690 to 1,797. So you can see that the price gap is even smaller already. It's at 6% for a low-rise development. So what can we conclude from here? Is that for a mid-rise development, usually from the low floor to high floor, usually it's about 20%. And for a low-rise development, it's 6 to 15%. So later on, we will be using this percentage to calculate what is the highest per square foot for the stand. So this is some of the price guide, and this is the official price given by the developer, right? This is their starting price. For one bedder, starting from below 1 mil. And I can actually see that I think it's getting more and more rare for a one bedder, and you can get it below 1 mil. Because especially this is a city fringe area, is a RCR area, right? And we can see that the per square foot wise, the developer is starting from 2,199 So it's about 2,002 per square foot already. So if I were to use it to calculate what is the highest per square foot, 2,199 is the lowest. If I add a 20% gap, which means that the highest per square foot, I should be expecting maybe about in the range of 2,639 per square foot. Because for every developer, they have an average PSF to achieve. I would say that the stand, if let's say they're starting at 2,2, they end at 2,6, their average per square foot, maybe they want to achieve about 2,004 per square foot. The key question is that, hey, the developer is launching at 2,2 and we are seeing Faber Residences is at 1,995, right? It's below 2,000 per square foot. This price, 2,002 per square foot in the Bukit Timah area, is it considered high or is it considered reasonable, right? So to know whether is it high or is it reasonable, we have to look at what? We have to look at what are the prices in this area that are done by other developer. Okay, and also the resale condo. So how much are they pricing in today's market? So if you look at for the new condo, for Reserve Residences and 8 and BT, I am seeing that their average prices is already touching 2.5 to 2.7, and highest can even go up to cross 3,000 already. Wow, I think it's a bit crazy that the highest per square foot has already crossed 3,000. I still can imagine maybe about 6 years ago, 3,000 per square foot can really buy you an Orchard area. But this is the prices today. Prices have already moved up already. And what about the resale condo, right? The resale condo today, I can actually see that the Mayfair Modern is at 2.4, View at Kismis is at 2.2, Verdale next door development is at 2.2 also. So we can actually see that even for the resale condo, their prices are ranging from 2,100 per square foot to 2,400 per square foot. So for the sand, developer is launching from $2,200 per square foot. I would say it's a very reasonable price, right? Because at this PSF, you are technically buying the same price as a resale condo. And we are seeing that other new projects like 8 at BT and Reserve Residences have really done much higher. So the next thing is, before I go to the floor plan analysis, this is again, I'm flashing my QR code. If let's say at this point of time you have other questions that you want to ask me, feel free to drop me a DM. So let's start off with one bedroom. So for one bedroom, they only have one type, 452 square feet, and what I can see is that it's quite standard. As you come in from the main door, you have an open concept kitchen and you have a balcony, right? I think in today's market, we are seeing some other new launches when, for their one bedroom, some developers, they don't even build a balcony anymore. I think for this layout, it is still quite nice that the developers still include a balcony. And for the one bedroom, where is it located? There's only one stack to orientate you a bit. This is facing Verdale, and the north is facing the Bukit Batok Park. So it is facing the future development and facing Verdale, right? There's only one stack 21. If let's say you're looking at one bedroom, my recommendation is that there are other better projects out there to consider. Why I say so is actually because in this area, I would say that a lot of buyers, they are actually buying for own stay. So for one bedroom units, I would say that there are other places to consider. So the next one, I go to a 2-bedroom analysis. For the Sand, they don't have 2 bed 1 bath. Their 2-bedder all comes with 2 bathrooms. So for the type B1 and B2, what I am seeing is that type B1, when you come into here, you have a very nice enclosed kitchen, this part. And the enclosed kitchen comes with a window, right? And the 2 bathroom, master bath and bath 2 also comes with a window. So I would say this layout is actually very rare. We have seen a lot of new projects, especially when it comes to 2 bed 2 bath. They don't give firstly enclosed kitchen with a window, and also the bathroom comes with a window, right? We are seeing a lot of development is that out there, their kitchen, although sometimes they give you a enclosed kitchen, but it doesn't come with a window. And a 2 bathroom, usually they are stacked in the middle of the floor and they don't have a window. Right, so I would say that for this type of layout, the 2 bed 2 bath for the Sand is a very nice layout, right? So I think the developer had done a very good job here. For B2, I would say the kitchen is an open concept kitchen already, and the bathroom doesn't come with a window. So I would say that for a B2 layout, not as good as B1. And for the other type of layout is B3, is a slightly larger one, 732 square feet. The difference is that they'll have a longer foyer when you come in, and they have a enclosed kitchen as well with a window. I think the developer actually built a sliding door for you to enclose this whole part, to actually enclose the whole kitchen. And you can actually see that the living room is also, I would say that the living and dining space maybe is wider as well, from what I can see here. Although I don't have the dimension, the bedroom 2 and master bedroom, I would say that is quite similar. And the bathroom, the 2 bathroom, bath 2 and master bath also comes with a window. So B3 layout, 732 square feet is also not bad. And where are they located? So for B1, it is actually located here. This is the Bukit Batok. So you have a very nice unblocked view if you buy high enough. And also here is facing Verdale. So for B1 layout, they are mainly located at the outward facing. For the B2 layout, they are usually inward. They have the pool view facing. And the B3, there's only 2 stacks, which is also inward facing. Next, I will go to a 2 plus study. A 2 plus study layout, 764 and 775 square feet. What is the main differences? To be honest, for these 2 layout, I don't see any much differences. When you come in here, I can see that the study and bedroom 2, you have a Jack and Jill bathroom. And the study itself should be able to fit a single bed, right? So for those who actually buy a 2 plus study, potentially this can be a 3-bedroom compact. And nowadays, we are seeing some of the new launches, especially in the city central area, their 3-bedder size are usually 700 plus square feet. So if let's say you are really considering buying a 2 plus study, I would say that this can be a 3-bedroom compact. One thing that is not so good is that for 2 plus study, they are giving a open concept kitchen. So this is the main differences that I see. And where are my 2 plus study? The 2 plus study are usually located at the pool view, right? Is right here. So the 2 plus study, they are located facing the pool. So the next thing that we are going to look at it is that, if let's say today you are really planning to buy a 2-bedder or a 2 plus study, then we must take a look at how is the Sand 2-bedder layout stand out from the rest. Because I think it is actually very important to have a very good layout, in this area, because this area, a lot of buyers, they are actually looking for own stay. So by having a good layout, what is the advantage is that next time when you are selling that unit itself, you can actually attract buyers that is buying for own stay, right? Because the layout is actually very good. So if let's say if I were to compare the best layout for the Sand, I would say my recommendation is B1 layout versus Verdale. Verdale, 2 bed 2 bath, 732 square feet. From what I see is that for Verdale, you can actually see that their kitchen is actually open concept. Their bathroom 2 and master bath, they'll have a window. So it's the same as the Sand. So it is very natural that the Sand B1 layout will stand out already because their kitchen have a window. Next time, if you have the Sand B1 layout push out in the market, I think you will be able to attract the own stay buyer because the layout is actually very, very nice. How about the Sand compared to the rest of the development in the same area? So if I look at View at Kismis, their best layout, I would say, is this type B2, 603 square feet. The kitchen is actually open concept kitchen as well, okay, which is very common, and it's a dumbbell layout. And a bathroom doesn't come with a window also. So the bathroom have no window. And the best layout for Daintree Residences is 775 square feet. Very nice. It actually have a enclosed kitchen, but they don't have a window. No window, and also the bathroom, the master bath also don't have window. So you can actually see is that, I would say that the Sand developer actually know what the buyers are looking at, and that's why they created a very nice layout that next time it will be able to attract a own stay buyer one in this area, even for their 2-bedder. So I would say that next time if let's say the Sand 2-bed 2-bath layout push out in the resale market, I think it will be able to attract a lot of buyers because the layout is really quite unique and it actually have a lot of characteristics and feature that the surrounding developments do not have. Like the Sand actually, the 2-bed 2-bath have an enclosed kitchen with a window, and the 2-bathroom have a window as well. So this layout in this area is a very nice layout and very rare. And how about the 2+ study? The 2+ study layout compared to View at Kismis, I would say that it's 764 square feet for the Sand compared to View at Kismis. View at Kismis, you can see the kitchen is also open concept, same as the Sand, exactly the same. And View at Kismis, they actually have a guest room, right? This one, I would say the space is probably the size of a study area lah. But the good thing is that they comes with a window, right? So I would say that the Sand for their 2+ study compared to View at Kismis, I would say View at Kismis, it looks like a better layout to me because their study area really comes with a window and their bathroom also comes with a window. Where the Sand itself, their study is a jug and jill and the study doesn't come with a window. So in this aspect, I would say their 2+ study layout, it looks quite okay but not the best. Daintree Residences, best layout, 775 square feet. As you come in, again, they have a study that can be enclosed, but the study don't have a window and it's an open concept kitchen. And the bathroom, master bath and bathroom 2 both comes with a window. So if I look at this 3 layout for their 2+ study, I would say that, View at Kismis really stand out for their layout. So the next thing I'm going to move on is a 3-bedder. So for 3-bedder for the Sand, they have 2 different types. 3-bedroom compact 872 square feet and 3-bedroom plus utility at 936 square feet. What is the difference? The main door is right here. I am seeing that the 3-bedroom compact, you have a open concept kitchen. And for the 3-bedroom plus utility, you have an enclosed kitchen with a window. And they have a utility room, okay, right here. Do take note is that the utility, this wall, if you intend to have a larger dining area, do take note that this wall cannot be hacked because this is a structured wall. So the utility, it will definitely be a space on its own. You can use it as a study, you can use it as a storeroom, or you can use it as a helper's room, right? So I think it's quite flexible. But I think something that is nice is that for this 936 square feet, if you really want to have a bigger dining and living area, what you can do is that you can actually break down this wall. Then you can combine your living space to be like that. Then you will have a very big living and dining area already, right? So you can actually put your dining table right here. And this area, if you really want, you can actually convert it to a study. So I would say 936 square feet for this C2 layout is quite flexible. And where are they located? For the 3-bedroom compact, it is located here facing Verdale and the future development, and right here. So for the C1, C2 layout, they are located at the outward facing area. Okay, it's either facing Verdale or they're facing the park. Next, for the 3-bedroom premium and 3+ study, the 3-bedroom premium is 1109 square feet and the 3+ study is 1259 square feet. What is the difference is that you come in from here, you have a wet and dry kitchen and a utility and storeroom. The same for 3-bedroom premium. It's just that the 3+ study, I am seeing a larger wet kitchen and it comes with a small WC, and I'm seeing a 2-bathroom. Comes with window. This one as well. This one as well. Comes with a master bath, a window, and a bath 2, right? So for 3+ study, you have a lot of bathroom. From what I see is that you have another powder room which is here. You have another powder room that is here. So I would actually see that, this 3+ study, it can definitely have the potential to become a 4-bedroom compact. Why I say so? You can actually see that this 3+ study, this middle wall, if you want, you can actually break here. Right, this part, you can actually convert this to another bedroom, because this can easily be another bedroom because this part, it has a 2-panel window and the powder room have a window as well. So it can be a 4-bedder already for a 3+ study layout, and this layout I must say is really nice. And a 3-bedroom premium and 3+ study, you can actually see that the developer is actually giving a landscape living and dining, right? Which is very rare. Usually we see this type of landscape living and dining in the bigger units like a 4-bedder or a 5-bedder. We seldom see it in a 3-bedder premium. So I think it's a very nice layout that the developer is actually giving. And where are they located? For my 3-bedroom premium, they are located pool view facing the Verdale view. For 3+ study, is this 4 stack. Okay, is it the pool view or facing the park view. So the next thing is that we are going to look at how are the 3-bedder compared to the next door development Verdale. So in my opinion, I would say that if let's say you're looking at a 3-bedder, I would say my best layout is actually the 3-bedroom premium. 3-bedroom premium 1109 square feet versus Verdale. Best layout 1033 square feet. What I am seeing is that if I put two floor plans side by side, I'm seeing that something that is very, very obvious is that the landscape living dining already. Which means that for buyer who walk in from here, immediately you can actually feel that the whole living space is very huge. Compared to Verdale is a portrait layout. This immediately makes a lot of difference already when it comes to living and dining, right? And I can see that the master bedroom are the same. The master bedroom and the 2-bedroom are the same. And the bathroom, the master bath 2, also the same, comes with window. And the kitchen wise, for Verdale, it comes with a utility. The stand comes with a utility or the storeroom. The stand in the kitchen is actually bigger. And it comes with a dry kitchen also for the stand. And it comes with a WC, which Verdale do not have. I can feel that the Sand, this 3-bedroom premium will really stand out in the market in the future compared to Verdale. So it's a very nice layout. How about the 3+ study? So if you look at my top choice, if let's say you are considering the 3-bedroom, my top choice for 3-bedder will be 3-bedroom premium, the 1109 square feet, or the 3+ study, the 1259 square feet, because I really love the living and dining landscape layout, which is very rare. If you know a lot of buyers out there, when they look for a 3-bedroom, usually a landscape living dining layout will really stand out. And their 3+ study can potentially, I can resell it as a 4-bedder in the future, which I think it will have a lot of benefit to push for a higher price. Next thing, I'm going into a 4-bedroom. 4-bedroom, they only have 4+ study, one type, 1453 square feet. So for a 4-bedroom, you can actually see that, again, I'm seeing a landscape living dining. They will have a dry kitchen, a wet kitchen, a storeroom, a WC, and the 3-bedroom, the bedroom 3 and bedroom 2, you have a Jack and Jill bathroom. And again, the study is connected to the powder room, which this wall can be break, which can be converted to a room. Then it comes with a junior master as well, junior master room, and a master bedroom. So their 4+ study is actually beautiful because it's quite rare to find a 4-bedroom that you have all ensuite. So this 4+ study, if you convert the study to another bedroom, you can mark it as a 5-bedroom already, and every bedroom has an ensuite, and then every bedroom is an ensuite. So I think it's actually very nice, right? So where are they located? For the 4+ study, the 4+ study is this 4-stack pool view and the very nice park view, right? So I only have 4-stack for the 4+ study. And how are the 4+ study compared to my next door development, Verdale? For Verdale, their 4-bedroom don't have a 4+ study. Their best layout is a 4-bedder, 1410 square feet. Size, I would say quite similar. And what I'm seeing is that the main differences is that Verdale, you can actually see that their kitchen is very huge. Their kitchen is very huge. And this really stand out. Why? Because this part for Verdale is a 2-piece of glass door that is sliding door. And if let's say you are really not in use, you can actually open up. And you open up, you can actually double up this area. If you really are someone who like to host a lot of gathering, you can have friends that sit around this countertop and have some wine, right? So you can actually extend your living space to your kitchen as well, which for the Sand, you cannot actually do that. And I think this is the main differences that it actually stand out from the Sand. So if you ask me whether the Sand itself, if you would ask me whether the Sand 4+ study, the layout can buy or not, I would say that still can buy. It's just that, compared to Verdale, if you put 2 floor plans side by side, the Verdale kitchen really stand out. But the good thing about the Sand is that the study area, you can potentially convert it to another bedroom and it can be a 5-bedroom. So pros and cons, right? So it really depends on which one is important for you. So that's all for my analysis. So again, this is my QR code. If you have any question on the Sand or other property related question, you can always scan this QR code and drop me a message and we can keep in touch. I will see you in my next video. Bye.